All right, so what's up, y'all? Again, it's The Real DJ Red with two D's, and I guess, yes, it is another segment of my 2 Cent Tuesdays. Let's go back on a couple of things as far as how to deal with clients. And far as taking requests, not so much from the client, but maybe from some of their guests. So this past weekend, I had an event that I was doing, and someone came up and made a request. Several people come up and made requests. I have no problem with that. This one particular person came up and made a request, and I played that song within 1 or 2 songs of her making a request, and she came right up in the middle of me playing that song and made a comment. Now, if you're a real good DJ, you'll play such and such. Yeah, no. Here's what that is. You don't want a DJ. What you need is a iPod. Get a playlist. Put it on your phone. You can set it up any way that you want to. Again, I'm not being rude about what happened, but it's the way how she came at it. As if if I did not play her song, I wasn't a good DJ. Mind you, everyone was dancing. So if everyone is not dancing, that means I'm not doing my job. But everyone was dancing. And this particular event, the lights were on. And you know what I say about the lights on. If the lights are on, people usually don't dance. This event was a little bit different. They weren't going to turn the lights off. We already knew. There was a lot of stuff on sale there as far as clothing and stuff like that. So it was different. I was going to play her song, but the way how she came at me, that just changed the whole format on that. That was one thing. Excuse me. The next thing is downloading songs while you're playing at an event. That I'm stopping. I'm not doing it no more, period. Here's the reason why. And you guys might agree with me. You might not agree with me. I play off of Serato DJ Pro. Sometimes I'll just play off of Serato DJ, depending on what I'm doing. If I'm upstairs and I'm running the radio show, then I might be running Serato DJ. If I'm out playing at a gig, at a club or whatever, I might run Serato DJ Pro. There's really not much difference between the two except for the graphics on there. I've changed some of the layout on there as far as the hot cues on the Serato DJ Pro. You can change the hot cues to make it look like or line up the same way as my controller, which I'm using the Pioneer DDJ SX2, and it'll line up all 8 hot cues the same way how I have them on my controller. Not that it's a big deal, but the graphics on there is a little bit clearer, and it's a little bit more tight on it. The reason why I said I won't download any songs on there, if you're running Serato DJ Pro, some of you may not know, or some of you may know, it uses up a lot more RAM than Serato DJ or Serato Scratch Live, for some of you that's still playing Scratch Live. Virtual DJ, Rekordbox, Traktor, anyone, the Serato DJ Pro uses up a lot more memory, or uses up a lot more RAM than the average programs. It uses 64-bit versus the Serato DJ only uses 32. So that is a big difference. And just to show you an example of how I found that out, that it uses up a lot more, I tried to run Serato DJ Pro while running my radio show one time, and it started freezing up. Didn't really realize why it was doing that. And then I shut it down and I started back up Serato DJ, and it ran fine without a problem. If you try to go online and you start downloading stuff or whatever, you will risk your program freezing up, stuff like that there, especially if you're running Serato DJ Pro. Altogether, I'd rather just not download songs while at an event. This is the reason why I send out music request forms and make sure that I get all of my music ahead of time as far as requests, any special events that they need music for, whatever, whether it be a wedding, Sweet 16, birthday party, grand entrance, or whatever. I need all of that music ahead of time. The other reason is that For example, again, going back on this other event that I did a couple of weeks ago, I sent out the music request form, let's say back in December or early January, and I did not get it until 2 days before the event. Mind you, I did have another event that I was already doing for the same people and did not get the music until like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So therefore, I really had no time to sit down and go through the music, set cue points as far as where the song starts and stuff like that. And it really, really threw me off. Probably other people did not notice it, but I'd rather be prepared. And I always go by the 5 Ps. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. If you're properly prepared each and every time, no, I'm not saying that you won't have an issue, but 9 times out of 10, you will always get everything done on that. As far as getting your music done, you'll feel a lot more comfortable about it. Now you gotta play a song and you gotta go back and forth between screens or between tabs or whatever to try to download a song while you're playing for one. What if that song, the time run out on it? Which it did happen to me while I was at this event. Then there was another thing where he said, okay, you got the song for so-and-so. I'm like, no, it's not on this list. Or I just emailed it to you. Are you serious? No. So therefore, from now on, no, I'm not downloading any more songs while the event is going on. There's most of the time when these events get booked, they get booked long in advance that they can do the music request form, fill it out, send it back, whether you want to text it to me or whatever, it can all get done within a reasonable amount of time. Especially when it comes to weddings, banquets, pageants, fashion shows, all of that stuff there where you need specific songs. That stuff needs to be turned into you like soon as you do that contract. Trying to download music while playing your regular set or whatever, it is distracting from what you're already doing, from what you're already paid to do. Now you got to stop what you're doing to focus on something else. And some of you guys might not have a hotspot on your phone. You might not be able to get a hotspot where the venue is at. So there's a number of things that can play into that. And again, that's why I say I like everything ahead of time. I like to be prepared, and I'll go back on it again. The 5 Ps, which is proper preparation prevents poor performance. I've learned that long time ago, and I've always stuck with that. It is nothing but the truth on that. Go from there, you'll never have a problem. Let me see, was it anything else? Because I didn't write anything down. I'm just going off my head right now from things that I remember that I did want to go in on. I know the last one that I did, I talked about good customers versus bad. So far, I can probably honestly say I've had all good customers so far. I've had all good customers so far since this year started. This year is really, really going by pretty good so far. As far as January, we're on our last weekend for January, and I ended up booking some more events. I'm still trying to get maybe one more weekend booked for the last weekend in February, and I believe that's going to get booked anyway. If it's not getting booked by one, I might get booked by another, and I might end up getting double booked. For example, this Saturday, I just got double booked, and someone called, and it's one of my regular clients. I did his wedding. I did a number of events for him within the last couple of years. I wasn't able to do it. I hit my brother up. Hey, are you free this Saturday? He was like, yeah. Okay, fine. This is one of my regular customers. This is the type of event it is. It's in such and such a neighborhood. You still good with it? Say, yeah, go ahead and set it up. I went on ahead and set it up. Customer cash out me. Bam. Contract done. So that's another thing that we hooked up. I actually did 2 contracts a day, which is pretty good. Last week, I don't know what happened last week. I was getting like 6 calls in one day, which a call a day or a text message or something would just kind of about average, but 6 in one day. I got 3 of them to sign. One of them wanted me to do 2 events for them. I told them I'll do both of the events for them. I'll even give them a deal on it, but I got to get the deposits for both of those events right away. Always come up with some type of marketing strategy that you're going to get stuff done. For example, the party I just did this past Saturday, I got that one booked along with the one that I just did New Year's Eve. And they weren't going to have a DJ for New Year's Eve at first, and I talked them into it. And I told them, hey, I'll give you a deal, but you got to book both of them. We got to book both of them now. And it worked out fine for all of it. It worked out fine on both of them. New Year's Eve, and which it was supposed to be the kids' party, ended up being more of an adult party. 8 o'clock came, I was supposed to leave. I knew it was coming. And I told my guy, Jay, I told him that it was coming. Yeah, they're going to pay for an extra hour. It never fails. People have a good time. They want to pay for an extra hour. The husband loved it. The wife loved it. Kids loved it. The guests loved it. Everybody was happy and went from there. And I'm going to try to keep coming with these videos. I'm going to try to get them all out back to back. And I'm going to just go from there. So until then, I'm going to say peace. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share. If you got any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And once again, thanks for everyone that's following me. I'm up to like a little over 330 subscribes right now. I wasn't really pushing it to do it that way, but it's been coming on its own. So sometimes you got to back away from something and not force it. And yes, it's coming. So until then, guess what? This is my 2 cents, and I'm up out of here. Peace.